Hey, this is Karina True Voice, and I'm here with my Monday inspiration video. I wanted to start this video with a little story for you. So on Saturday, I was going to meet my partner, Noe. We were going to go to this event together, and we had some miscommunication happen via phone call and text messaging. So we both started to get a little irritated, a little frustrated with each other. And I arrived to pick him up, and I was already in the car, like, oh, I feel angry, and I get out of the car to meet him, and Noe says, I want to do a conscious rant. And I was like, great. So he put the timer on for 2 minutes, and we just went at it. We just blamed each other. We're like, you should have called me, and you just assume that I know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing, and you didn't give me the details, and then he's screaming at me, and we just had at it. We're on the side of the street, and it was great. So it was a miracle because I have for I don't know how long in my life I've experienced that irritation and frustration so many times and haven't been able to share it or express it or be honest about it, because the fear is that if I'm honest about it, it's just going to cause problems. Everything's going to take longer, and we're going to have to do this whole process, and the person's going to think that like I hate them, and then it's going to be this whole horrible thing. And slowly, what I'm starting to discover in my relationship, and also just in my relationship with myself, is that the more honest I am with myself, and the more like quickly I just let myself express whatever's coming up in a like conscious, kind of playful way, it just moves right through like nothing. It passes. And that's what happened. We put the timer on for 2 minutes, and we actually were done with our rant like 10 seconds before the timer went off, and we were hugging and laughing and giggling about what we were fighting about. Where like a lot of times, even in my relationship with Noe, I've held that frustration in because I'm afraid. I don't want to blame him. I don't want him to be hurt. I don't want this big issue to come up. So then I'll hold it in, repress it, and then later it becomes this bigger issue and this like kind of tight, restricted energy that then is really challenging to get through. So this video is just about being honest, being really honest about where you're at and what you're feeling. And my suggestion is to start with yourself first. So starting with your relationship with yourself and being really honest with how you're feeling. It's like, and just getting kind of clear on that too. You know, we're not trained how to do this. So it does take some practice of just being really honest, being really genuine with where you're at, what you're feeling, and starting to express that. So first, if it's just by yourself, you know, going into your room, pounding the bed or journaling stuff out, crying, just giving yourself permission to fully feel whatever it is that you're feeling, being honest, and then how that can slowly transmute into your relationships with people, and how you can create different ways to play with your energy and play with your frustrations or whatever's coming up. And hopefully eventually, I'd love for this like crazy thing to spread around the world. But starting really small, and yeah, and I mean, I'm in a relationship where we're both consciously like working towards being really honest with each other. So if you don't have that kind of groundwork, then maybe you don't want to just go up to people and say, hey, I'm going to consciously rant at you right now, and they're like, what are you talking about? So yeah, finding those lines. But there are these little ways that we can just kind of honor our own truth and get real with that, and realize that it's not actually bad, and that if it's happening, there's something true in it. There's some nugget down there that wants to be seen and heard. And when we just keep ignoring, it just piles up and becomes this mountain of resentment and rage. And that's when it becomes really challenging to deal with, is when it gets so big and that's how we see this like war and breakups and really like angry, resentful relationships forming, is I think just from repressing all of the truthful emotions that are in there. And when we catch them right when they come up, it's like, oh, then they can just move through, and the relationship stays fully alive and in the moment and honest. So that's my little story and inspiration for you this week, is to explore being honest with yourself and just honoring that, honoring whatever you feel right now is okay. If it's happening, there's truth. There's truth in it. And that's the vulnerable space for real transformation. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you this week. Whoever's watching this video, if you're in Seattle, I'll be I'll be theming on honesty in all my yoga classes, and hopefully bringing them into my voice lessons as well. And also, I do have this amazing yoga retreat happening. So if you ever have questions about anything that I hold, yoga, my voice lessons, my yoga retreat, please connect with me. I'm so ready to connect with you. So thank you so much, and have a great week. Bye.